In a game of volleyball, players crush the ball into their opponent's side by spiking, thwart their enemy's attempts to kill the ball through blocking, and keep the ball in play through passing. In this video, I will be discussing impulses, momentum, and their relationship in the impulse-momentum theorem and the process of spiking a volleyball. Momentum can be defined in simple terms as how much it will hurt if the object hits me. Momentum is mass times the velocity. Its equation is a lowercase p equal to the mass of the object times the velocity of the object. Momentum can be positive or negative depending upon the velocity, which indicates the direction in which an object is traveling. Momentum is measured in kilograms meters per second. The most common type of a change in momentum is caused by a change in velocity. In volleyball, a hitter can change his or her velocity by slowing down or speeding up their approach on the ball and the swing of their arms. Momentum can also be changed by changing the mass of the object or changing both the mass and velocity of the object. However, the mass of an object is harder to change, so these are less common occurrences. The spikers with the most momentum are usually believed to be the heavier, taller hitters, as they have more mass and can thus send the ball traveling harder than a lighter hitter. However, lighter hitters are able to use their faster velocity to make up for their lighter mass to increase their momentum. Next, impulses cause changes in momentum. Impulse can be calculated by the magnitude of the force times the amount of time the force is applied to a volleyball. It is represented in the equation I equals F times T. Impulse is measured in Newton seconds, which can be abbreviated by a capital N times a lowercase s. The longer follow-through the hitter takes on their swing, the longer time the force of the hitter is applied on the ball, increasing the impulse. The impulse-momentum theorem states that impulse is equal to the change in momentum shown via the equation I equals delta P, or impulse equals the change in momentum. Impulse-momentum theorem can also be represented as Ft equals m times delta V, or the magnitude of the force times the time force is applied equal to the mass of the person applying force times the velocity. In volleyball, a tip is a weak hit where the player merely sends the ball over with a touch of his or her fingertips. In terms of physics, a tip is a relatively weak hit as it does not use the full potential of the player's mass into the momentum of the hit. The player also does not remain in contact with the ball for very long, decreasing impulse. However, a full approach hit is a relatively strong hit as it uses the full force of the player. The fast approach of the player increases the player's velocity and ensures that the full mass of the hitter and full magnitude of force is used to increase the momentum of the volleyball in order to kill the ball, and thus earning the point for the team. The follow-through of the swing also increases the time the player's hand is in contact with the ball and thus increases the ball's impulse.